Hello everyone and welcome back to Closet Gaming. Today we're going to take a look at The Crew 2. Or at least, the open beta that is currently available. So, racing games have always been a big favorite of mine, and I think of many people, because of a simple reason. We can all enjoy the thrill of the race. Seriously, there probably isn't a better genre that can appeal just about to anyone. So let's see whether The Crew 2 actually manages to have some appeal. So let's go straight into it. I'd like to mention I'm playing this on my computer at full details. And you should keep that in mind once we get into the actual game. So the game puts up into this menu, which in my opinion are just atrocious. Get these news. Pilot, which is sort of a tracker of what you have managed to do, roster if you're a crew, catalog of all the cars if you want to look at those, vehicles, activities, which you can select what you want to do, and options, which you have game settings, notifications, video, audio. Well, I actually check out the audio. You can see everything is ultra, and I cannot go higher than ultra. So, yeah, this should be the full details of the game. And we get some audio, which we might actually just slightly, let's make the music a little bit less atrocious so you guys don't have to suffer through it. Controls, which are actually pretty good, defining many things, including you can play on manual. I will play on automatic because I'm a pleb. And key mapping, which is obviously pretty nice. It is there for everything. But let's begin here. The key mapping, at least the standard, is freaking atrocious. I have actually remapped it a little. So first of all, the driving controls. Those were at WASD keys, WASD, which makes zero sense. I know who plays the driving games with their left hand. I'm just used to playing with my right hand ever since the days of Need for Speed, to be honest. And secondly, there are the airplane controls, which are just weird. Like, yeah, y'all left, y'all right, Q and E. I guess that makes sense. But where are the others? Yeah. This isn't really even here, but left trigger, right triggers, right control, and right shift. And those are used to rise and down your plane. What sense does that make? And function keys, F10, F9, and you will see that in the game. Those are actually pretty important and have zero sense. So let's actually go to vehicle, select our BMW M5, and go straight into the game. This puts us outside our home base, and somebody standing already here. God damn it. He was not really visible outside my helm. Here's somebody in an airplane. And let's try and find a race nearby. So the best way to do that is probably to open the map, which starts you in a close-up. Why? It's a map. I want to see what's around me, so please move me a bit away. Oh, here's a race. There's a nice street race. So let's set a waypoint to it. We could actually use fast travel to get there, but let's drive around a little bit and talk about the free ride experience, which is one of the most boring things you will encounter in The Crew 2. There's really not much going on for it. Yeah, you drive somewhere, but because the game is set in the United States, everything is super far away. And some races are on the other side of the country. Let me just show you that on the minimap. So yeah, this race was pretty close. But there are races here. And driving there would take me at least 15 minutes, maybe more. Let's go back. And the animations, they take way too long of time. So here's our race. Let's have the door opened. And this will be the first weird feature you will see in The Crew 2. Once you get into the race, suddenly you're forced to drive super slowly. I have no idea why. Until this weird timer starts ticking, and you have 20 seconds to get to the start of the race. Why? Just put me to the start of the race. Doesn't that make much more sense? Well, let's see how exactly we can do in this race. Hopefully we can win it. Our car should be pretty okay for this type of race. It's a street race, and a BMW is a street legal car. Here's the sharp turn. Let's get through it okay-ishly. Okay, we're second. That's fine. God damn it, I was hoping to pass him there to undercut him. Okay, let's use a little bit of boost to get some speed here. This is an ugly turn. And we managed to get to first place. Yes, us. We're going to go here. Okay. The second complaint I have about the Crew 2 is the minimap. The minimap is crucial to doing well in races, because the race layout isn't marked particularly well in the just real world. So you need to be watching the minimap to actually know where exactly the race will take you. And the minimap is way too small for that. And the track, while it is laid out in a, well, quote-unquote contrast color, the color should be like red, so you can just see it by just glancing on it. As it stands, I somewhat have to focus on it, and I really don't like doing that. It's because it takes you away from the race. Honestly, I would prefer like a giant sign above the car that would just tell you, you need to turn left, you need to turn right. And the same way for navigation is actually also in the free ride mode. And that just sucks. There, at least, the GPS should tell you, like, okay, you will need to turn left or right in about 500 meters. And I just killed some pedestrian. Well, I a great driver. The pedestrians are just weird in this game. They like, get out of the way, but so late that they would 100% die in a real world. Like, seriously. They would just be dead in about 15 seconds of a race. Oh, I'm out of the arena, and that's probably bad. So let's restart the race. Let's push escape. Nothing happens. Because the keybind to restart the race is for some reason on B. And then you have retry, abort, and quit game. So let's retry. I pushed enter. Nothing happened. So you have to hold enter. Why? These are the keybinds and user interface things I'm talking about. They make zero sense. Whoever made these needs to get punished, like with a stick repeatedly. Why would you make the keybinds so atrociously bad? I have no idea. Okay, this is a sharp turn. Let's get through it. Okay, we're doing much better than in the first attempt, and we're already in the first place. So let's focus on driving for a moment. Driving actually feels really good. The driving has weight to it. You feel your car, and that is an important feature of a racing game, at least in my opinion. And I think most people would actually agree with me on this. If the racing doesn't feel good in a racing game, why bother playing a racing game? Like, the problem I have with it is, to be honest, I had more fun racing in the racing games of olden days, like Need for Speed Most Wanted, or even Call Him Grace Rally, to be honest. And I know that's a sort of a different genre, that was a more realistic game, but still, I had more fun with the driving model there than I do here. And I just don't find that to be a good thing, to be honest. Oh, this was an ugly turn. And suddenly we're in the second place. Let's see whether we can catch up to him and overtake him. Hopefully we can. I would need to be focusing a bit more on the race and not on talking to actually do really well in these races. But, you know, doing two things at once isn't really the thing we men are good at. Okay, here's another sharp turn. And if you could see me, you would see that I'm constantly looking at the mini-map. Just because, well, again, the racing track just isn't laid out in a way that I could just know, okay, here I will have to turn left, here I will have to turn right. The invisible barriers Need for Speed games used to have, I actually liked them. I think they were, yeah, they were obviously limiting, and I killed another pedestrian there. But they at least provided you with the ability to know precisely where you are going. Here, half of the time, you're just unsure whether you are exactly going the way the game actually wants you to go. Just because, well, the layout isn't particularly great. Yeah, you have these yellow signs, but those just should be a standard thing in any sort of racing game, I think. Make them stand out, make them bigger.
Right where you belong.
And here I crash, the car stops, and suddenly a blast. Even though I was in the first position the whole game, and I lost. Yeah, what can you do? I really don't care at this point. So street racing is okay, and if you focus on it, sure, it can be fun. Let's actually try a different mode for the moment. Let's try something a bit more exotic once the game allows us to. Let's go to the map. Okay, come on, give me the map. And let's try something on water. There's a Miami Harbor Slalom here, so let's actually do that. So the point of slalom is to do a bit of slaloming, to drive on the correct place of these little markers. It's not particularly hard. The hard thing is to drive as far as possible. Yeah, stupid waves, they slow you down quite a bit if you don't use them correctly, which I still haven't figured out how exactly you should do that. Okay, we managed to do the objective. Now it is only a matter of how far can we actually get. Oh, there are a few ones there. I missed those. We did 4,796 points of the 3,260 we were supposed to do. Yeah, racing on boats is not really that fun in The Crew 2, I think. There are better water racers. I'm not a big fan of water racing in general. So let's do something a bit more traditional. Let's try some rally. So we have High Spectre Rally there. Better rate. Mercedes-Benz X-Class event rally rate. Let's try driving with a Mercedes. Let's use quick travel to get there so we don't have to waste 20 minutes of your lives. The weird thing is, see, you start and suddenly it changes your car. Again, you have to drive so slowly. Come on, let me drive at speed. And let's see how exactly can we do. Hopefully we can do better than the last race. So, rally driving. I know this isn't the biggest thing in the United States, but here in Europe, rally certainly is a big spectator sport. And what the fuck just happened? And I'm stuck. That was just plain weird. Hopefully we can cross the water. Yeah, we can. Oh, there's the objective. We actually haven't lost that much time. And we cannot cross the road here. So let's restart it, because no, I will not do that if I cannot just cross the road. And that was like a 10 centimeter big thing I needed to cross, and I literally flew into a tree. So let's try going left this time. Maybe that will work out better. Hey, this seems to be a bit of a better option. This seems to be the road I should be taking. Let's hopefully avoid the trees this time. Okay, we need to go a bit to the right. Okay, that's the first checkpoint. Here's the road. Let's follow the road if we can, because that gives us a bit of speed. Though sometimes you have to wager between, you know, the distance and using the road. Let's use our nitro to climb this hill as quickly as possible. Oh, trees. Yes, everybody loves trees, I guess. Hey, here's the road. Let's actually get onto the road for the moment again. Will give us a bit of a speed boost. Let's use our nitros to again gain some speed. But the problem with Rally, I find, is that because you're driving here alone, and you can see I have 10 seconds of time, even though I actually crashed into a tree. That's sort of absurd. And see, you just point and you hold forward, unless there's a tree in your way. Then you have to get out of the way of the tree. It just isn't exciting. And Rally, at least real world Rally I guess could be called, it's about driving in tight corners as quickly as you can. Not about driving off-road. Those are two very, very different things. Okay, there's going to be a tree here. Yeah. This is probably the most fun about this, as trying to avoid trees. Oh, and see, the car magically survived that for some reason which I don't understand. Yeah, it's just this mode. I don't think it's really that fun. Okay, I hope I chose a better path the last time when I went right. It seems so. Okay, there are no trees here. Let's use our boost. We're going 200 kilometers per hour, even though we aren't actually in a road. That's freaking insane. Oh, trees! And we stopped because I hit a tree. Okay, there seems to be another checkpoint over there. Hopefully I can avoid... Oh, and there was again an unpassable barriers. Sometimes you can pass through these, sometimes you can't. I have no idea what's like the rule actually, like why you can pass through some, why you can't pass through some. Okay, we can follow the road for a moment. Let's drive through here, avoid that tree, hopefully avoid these trees, drive between the houses. Oh, can I drive through water? No, I can't. So I guess I need to follow the road actually. That's weird. You know, until now I didn't have to follow the road at all. Right now, suddenly I have to follow the road because I need to apparently get to that bridge and cross this lake. Why? I seriously don't know. But it's a pretty common thing in these, that sometimes you have to follow the road. Sometimes you can just drive through anywhere you like. And there's literally no way to understand which one should happen. I have still 50 seconds. That's because I didn't follow the road. Yeah, that's just bonkers. This mode needs a serious rework. Either make you stick to the road, or make the timers a bit more hard. And we got a new vehicle. What did we get? Probably this Mercedes-Benz. Yeah. Yay, we got a Mercedes-Benz class. I really don't care. And we're back in free ride. So let's try the last mode, which is flying for some reason. Let's try Dakota Grasslands Aerobatics. Let's travel there using quick travel because again I don't want to subject you to 20 minutes of waiting time.
Perfect American sculpture. Done big, done well,
and
done with explosives.
Now we are in an airplane.
Have yourself some aerobatics and have a blast.
I really don't understand why this game forces you to do flying shit. Because if I want to go and play Flying Simulator, I will go and buy a Flying Simulator. Not this thing. Okay, we need to do looping, so let's do a looping. You just do that by, you know, turning upside down. Yay, we did a looping. We are great. Now we need to do a roll, so let's do a roll. Let's go a bit higher. What is the next thing? We need to do another roll. Now we need to do a vertical up, so we go upward. I need to... Okay, I'm upside down, so let's make our plane go straight. And let's go straight up. We did that, so let's again... And now we got some time to do some freestyle.
Just the way I would have done it. Bravo.
Ah, this is not ideal, I know. Okay, we don't want to crash into the ground, so let's just make... Okay, now we do an outside looping. That means the opposite of a looping. Just, you know, do this. This didn't count? Okay, now we need to do a nosedive, so let's do a nosedive. Let's actually reduce our throttle. Okay, and now we need to make our plane go back into the direction it needs to go in. Let's do a roll. Okay, let's go up, because otherwise we're going to die. Okay, let's stabilize. Do a roll. Yay, cool, we did a roll. Let's do an opposite direction roll. Cool, we did a roll, we're so good. Now you got again time for freestyle, so let's do a nice looping, I guess. That didn't count? Why didn't that count? Okay, need to go low altitude. Where can I go low altitude without risking my airplane? Okay, hopefully here. Oh, there are so many trees here. I really don't like trees. And you can crash. But you crash so weirdly. Okay, here I can do a low altitude thing. Hopefully. Okay, night flight. Adds this, if I remember correctly. Yeah, just flight like this. And that's the end of flying. Okay, let's try to land. Even though I'm somewhat unsure how exactly you do that. I guess just try to fly as slowly as possible. And we landed. Let's brake. So, in the end, would I recommend The Crew 2 based on my interaction with the game in the open beta? No, not really. The racing itself is pretty fun, but no of the other modes are really engaging. On top of that, as I told you, I'm running the game on full details. And you can see the graphics, while not bad, aren't particularly, like, amazing. Everything just seems not that spectacular. Yeah, the views you can get are decent. And for example, this vista does actually look pretty awesome. The problem is, at least at the moment, everything seems to just not have full HD textures. Maybe those will be added into the full game, but at the moment, nah. It's not really that cool. Nothing graphically about this game really stands out. It's almost sort of a shame. I really wanted to like The Crew, but I really, really cannot. Shame. Hopefully the full version will be better. Hopefully there will be much focus on the racing, because that part is actually fun compared to the rest of the modes. Less flying here even rally's sort of boring and needs some tuning to figure out what exactly it wants to be, whether it wants to be off-road driving or really rally. At the moment, it's a weird thing right in the middle between them. So, that's going to be it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please consider giving us a thumbs up here on YouTube, subscribing to the channel. If you're watching on Steam by chance, maybe you want to give us an upvote and follow the blog. Either way, be sure to leave a comment, and be sure to tune in tomorrow for more videos on the Steam Trail Gaming News channel, where I do daily gaming news videos about what's happening in the industry. See you guys later with more gaming content.